Welcome students, I am Nafisa, your social science teacher. We are discussing agriculture lesson from geography, and in agriculture today's topic is major crops in India. Before we start major crops in India, let's recapitulate the points we discussed till now. We have discussed the types of farming, in that we have discussed about primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming. Then we have discussed about cropping pattern in India, that is Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. The way we have seasons in India, in the same way for growing a crop also we have seasons. That is Rabi season, most probably Rabi crops are grown during the winter season, whereas Kharif crops during monsoon season and Zaid crops during summer, in between, sown from it comes under in between season. Okay, so Rabi for winter, Kharif monsoon season, Zaid in between, remember this. Okay, so today's topic we are starting major crops in India. So various crops in India, major crops in India. So a lot many food crops and non-food crops are grown in different parts of our country. It's different because the soil type is different, climate is different and the cultivation practices are different. So we can find vast variety of crops grown in India, and those crops can be classified as food crops and food crops other than grains. Like if you see here grains, rice, wheat, millets, maize, pulses, you will find these crops as grains, whereas there are other food crops also which are not, which they won't look like grains, like sugar cane, oil seeds, tea, coffee, horticulture crops in the sense fruits and vegetables. So these are the food crops other than grains. Then non-food crops means crops are grown for commercial purpose, but we won't eat those crops, like rubber. Do we eat rubber? No, but this crop is grown for the commercial purpose, for the sale, and it's been used in different areas. So non-food crops are rubber and fiber crops like cotton and jute. So today's today's session will cover all these topics in detail. So today's topic major crops, and in your textbook all the major crops are covered. First they have covered the grains like rice and then wheat, and a map also given specially of rice growing and wheat growing areas. Media map is given, millets, maize. So what I have preferred is, instead of going through textbook reading, this I would like to explain you through a tabular form, through a table, so that it's easy for you to understand and it's easy for you to relate to the topic. So when explanation is going on, I would like you all to be ready with your textbook. Compare the table which I am showing you and the points which I am explaining you, and compare those points with your textual points, and while writing the notes and while learning you can learn through the tabular form, so that it's easy for you to remember. You can have a look at the tabular form here. The overall topic is been split into different parameters, different subheadings, and almost all the crops are covered here using them. As you can see here, crop, then we have this cropping season, then temperature, rainfall, soil, then features means special features. We have, it's been given into 2 points, and where it is located. Almost all the crops like rice, wheat, millets, under millets jawar, bajra, ragi, maize, pulses, all the crops are been covered in detail under different subheadings, so that it's easy for you to relate, compare and remember. This through this tabular form you will get overall gist of the lesson and what are the major points to be covered, and whenever you get an answer. So if you can see here how many points, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 points are there. So if you learn these 7 points, either you can attempt 3 mark answer, you can attempt 5 mark answer, you can even attempt 1 mark answer also. So be thorough with this table, and I feel through this table it's easy for you to remember, because you can compare. So here 100 degrees, here 50 to 75 degrees, easy for you to compare so that you can remember more easily. So let's look at the first major crop of India, that is rice. Rice is the staple diet of India, majority of the Indians, and major crop grown in India also. And the cropping season Kharif. Kharif season, in the sense, as we have discussed it just now, Kharif is for monsoon. Okay, the crops which are grown in the monsoon are referred to as Kharif crops. And as you know, monsoon season, in the sense, rainfall, heavy rainfall. So rainfall above 100 centimeters of rainfall for growing rice. If you might have seen in real also, if you have gone through the fields, or in movies also you might have seen that wherever they show the rice crop, they can say water staying there itself. So a lot of water is required. So rice is grown when the rainfall is above 100 centimeters and the temperature is above 25 degree Celsius, and it needs high humidity, and it can be grown in alluvial and clayey soil. Features, if you look at the feature, India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. Okay, first place for rice growing goes to China, whereas second place for India. And one more special feature is in Assam, West Bengal and Orissa, 3 crops of paddy are grown in a year. Okay, paddy in the sense rice, and those names are Aus, Aman and Boro. These are the 3 types of rice grown in Assam, West Bengal and Orissa. When it comes to location, we can find major rice growing areas in India are near northern plains, northeastern states and coastal and delta regions. As we have seen, it needs more water facility. It's grown in monsoon season, it needs more water. So these are the places where we can find more water. Let's check it through map. So this is map of India as shown in your textbook. So as I have said, north part of India, north part, northeastern states. Here comes the northeastern states, and then comes West Bengal, deltaic regions, and coastal areas. As you can see here, these are all coastal area and the deltaic regions, along with northeastern states and north part of India. Whereas north part of India, especially in the states of Punjab and Haryana, the crops are grown with the help of irrigation facility. Now let's have a look at the second major crop of India, that is wheat. So wheat growing season is Rabi season. Rabi in the sense winter. That's what you can find, because it needs cool growing season. So it is winter season and bright sunshine, and it needs rainfall up from 50 to 75 centimeters of rainfall. And especially this Rabi wheat is grown in the north part of India, and northwest part of India receives rainfall in the winter season due to jet streams, and in class 9th you have studied about it. While showing map, once again I will discuss this point with you. And it needs well drained alluvial soil and black soil. It is the major food crop of north and northwestern states of India. Whereas 2 major growing areas are Ganga Satluj Basin and then black soil region of Deccan Plateau, which I'll show in the map. Along with that, Punjab, Haryana, UP, parts of Madhya Pradesh are the major wheat growing areas. Let's observe this through a map given in your textbook. As it's been said before, it's been grown in the Ganga Satluj plains of northwest. So this is the Ganga Satluj Basin. So in this Ganga Satluj plains of northwest we can find it. At the same time, it's been said that near Deccan Plateau region, Madhya Pradesh area, Deccan Plateau region also we can find wheat growing areas. Along with that, we have seen the state names also, like Punjab, then Haryana, and then Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and some parts of Rajasthan, parts of Madhya Pradesh. These are the major wheat growing areas. You can see some lighter shade. You can see one more lighter shade in the same map, which shows which is a minor area as shown in the map. It is a minor area of wheat growing. There are many other places where wheat grows, but majority of the wheat is produced in these market areas: Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. These are the major areas where wheat is being grown in India. And as I said, especially in winter season, and as we have seen, wheat is a rabi crop winter season. Especially in winter season, this northwestern part of India receive rainfall because of the jet streams, and you have studied this as in your class 9th climate lesson, disturbances. Can you recollect it? Western cyclonic disturbances coming through Mediterranean Sea through the jet streams. So this area receives rainfall during the winter season. That's what as per the requirement of wheat, because it needs dry winters, at the same time cool climate. So winter season is most suitable for the growth of wheat in these regions especially. Now comes the another third area, which is jawar. Okay, millets. Jawar, bajra and ragi together are referred to as millets, and these have very high nutritional value. Even nowadays also people have realized the importance of millets, and slowly many are shifting towards the millets. The people started eating, they have made jawar, bajra and ragi in their daily diet. Even you can go to kitchen, you can ask your parents or grandparents, and you can check your kitchen room for these millets. Ask them, they will show you. Even I am going to show you through the pictures here. Before that, jawar is the third. Like we have seen, rice is the first important crop, second is wheat. The same way, jawar is the third important food crop in India. So this is jawar. Jawar looks like this. And this is ragi. Most probably in summer season, you might have seen in your homes your mother giving you ragi malt. So ragi, this is ragi, having very high nutritional value, and ragi is rich in iron, calcium and other micronutrients and roughage. And bajra looks like this. It is also called as pearl millet. You can see all the crops together. So like this, jawar, this is bajra and ragi crop look this way. So have a look at jawar, the same textbook matter. It's been explained through this tabular form. So as you can see, jawar is a kharif crop, and grown in areas of high temperature. It needs low rainfall. Much of water is not required for it, and it needs less fertile soil. Jawar grows in moist areas and hardly needs irrigation. Means with less water also we can grow jawar, and it has high nutritional value. The major jawar growing areas are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Let's check this through India map. Here now comes Maharashtra is the major producer of jawar in India, followed by Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. These are the jawar growing regions. So second crop, bajra. Bajra is also a kharif crop grown in the areas of high temperature. Even it needs very less rainfall. It can be grown in sandy soil, shallow black soils. So these jawar, bajra and ragi, all these three are known as coarse grains also, and even it is of high nutritional value. It is grown in majorly in Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Haryana. Let's check this through India map. So when it comes, Rajasthan is the major producer of bajra, followed by Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Now comes the third and important part of millet, that is ragi. It is also grown in kharif season, grown in the areas of high temperature. Even it needs low rainfall. It can be grown in dry regions, and it can be grown on different types of soils also, red, black, sandy, any kind of soil ragi can be grown, and even it has high nutritional value. And the major areas where ragi is grown in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Jharkhand and Arunachal Pradesh. Let's check this through map. So Karnataka is the major producer of ragi. Karnataka is the major producer of ragi, followed by Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and Jharkhand. So with this we have completed 3 important millets, jawar, bajra and ragi. Now let's enter into 4th type of food crop, that is maize. Even maize is also grown in Kharif season, in the sense monsoon season, and it needs temperature of 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and rainfall from 50 centimeters to 100 centimeters. And soil, no specific mention of soil, it can be grown in any type of soil. And here comes another word, it is used both as food and fodder crop. Food and fodder crop. I think you all know maize. I'll show you a picture. So this is maize, which we use in popcorn, boil and eat, fry and eat, and we let it, the maize flour is the corn flour we say. So different ways we use this crop. So when it comes to here, they are saying it is used both as food and fodder. Food in the sense we human beings consume it as food, the upper layer corn. When it comes to the greenery part, is that stem part, it is given as fodder. Fodder in the sense food for cattle. Okay, food for cattle is referred to as fodder. It is given to cattle also as food, and even human beings also consume it. That's what it is said as. It is used both as food and fodder crop. Grows well in old alluvial soil, and the major places are Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Madhya Pradesh. Let's have a look at the map. Major maize growing areas are Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Let's have a look at the pulses. Pulses, even it is also grown in Rabi season. It survives even in dry condition. It needs very less moisture. Whereas pulses are usually grown in rotation with other crops, so that the soil fertility can be regained. And these are known as, especially pulses are known as leguminous crops. You might have got in your science leguminous crop, because they help in restoring the fertility of the soil by fixing nitrogen from the air, and that's the reason why these crops are grown in rotation. India is the largest producer and consumer of pulses in the world. In India, largest producer, at the same time consumer, we consume more. Especially the reason is India, many vegetarians. India is a country where we can find many vegetarians, and the protein which people normally get by the non-veg items, so they will replace by using the protein intake can be replaced with that, in the sense no need of non-veg. Even by taking the pulses also, the protein can be retained. That's the main reason India is the major producer and consumer of pulses in the world. And the pulses are tur, urad, moong, masoor, peas, gram. These are all the different kinds of pulses. Even once again I'll tell you, you can go to the kitchen and you ask your mother to show these items, because almost every Indian household will have all these types of dals in their kitchen. Tuar dal, urad dal, moong dal, masoor dal, all these peas, grams, all these we can find in our kitchen. I would request you all to go and find these pulses in your kitchen, find it out. And the major growing areas are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Karnataka. So here is the picture of the pulses: moong dal, chana dal, masoor dal, then urad dal, red beans, kabuli chana, tur dal, soya beans. So these are all the different types of pulses. With this we have completed major food crops are in India. So next video we will cover food crops without grains. If any doubts, you can message me. Hope it's clear to you. If any doubt, you can message me. Thank you.